One of the requests I've been getting for sales call Eavesdrop is about later stage sales conversations. There's lots of different examples I could share here around closing deals and closing conversations. One aspect of that is around negotiations. One of the problems I see a lot of salespeople make is one of the mistakes I see them make is that they just see negotiation as basically an opportunity to give a discount just to get a deal over the line. We need to stop thinking of negotiations as just giving discounts to prospects, but actually as trade-offs, where if you're going to give something away to a prospect, then you need to get something back in return. Negotiations should be fair. They should have positive outcomes on both sides of the negotiation, and it shouldn't just be a one-sided. If I give you, I'll give you this if you're going to commit to working with me. So here's an example of a conversation that I had recently where we're kind of at that stage where the prospect in this case is asking for me to lock in some special pricing, and you'll listen to how I actually ask for something in return here. So without saying anything more, I'm just going to start to play the key moments of this part of the conversation. And first of all, the moment where the prospect asks about locking in this special pricing for a longer period of time. For that additional, for the additional users,
And what's the what stops you in 2 years' time? Where's my protection from you saying, "Hey, I know we did a deal at"?
So there is essentially the prospect asking for protection for me, kind of holding in this special pricing, the special rate card for him for a longer period than just the first year. And so this is him kind of starting his piece of negotiation. So the second moment I'll play here is how I respond. And the way I respond here is before just negotiating with him is I start to reinforce the value and the benefits of taking advantage of this special offer now, because sometimes those benefits and that value can be lost in the friction of conversation. So it's key to reinforce it. So here's what I sound like. We launched this pricing last year, and to make it, we feel a really compelling, attractive option for training companies. So key there was me just reinforcing why this is such a great deal for people in his space. But secondly, highlighting that we launched this pricing last year. This isn't a new thing, and almost just kind of indicating there that it is to be expected that we are going to review our prices down the line. What I then back that up with is just, I call it honesty and justification. It's me being very upfront about the fact that there is a chance we could increase our prices, but importantly, given the justification as to why we would do that. Not just me saying, we might put our price up in 2 or 3 years' time, which can, without that justification as to why you would do that, can potentially run the risk of putting the prospect off. So here it goes. I guess there's nothing stopping us from putting up those prices in 3 years' time. In reality, the likelihood is that we will, in line with the fact that our product will be getting better and everything else. So I could have probably done a better job here of really elaborating more on this and really emphasizing some of the key benefits of what our product could and service could be like compared to where it is today. But really, this is me just really setting the stall out as to that if we do increase our prices, it's because you'll actually be getting a better product as a result of it. So here's the key bit of the conversation, of this part of the conversation is the trade-off. Listen to how I make that proposition back to the customer, and importantly, listen to how the prospect reacts after I've made that trade-off proposition. We're willing to have some kind of lock-in on that pricing for a period of time. That's a conversation I'd be happy to have, but I just want to know what I'd be getting as a trade-off in that.
Nice. Okay, I like that. Good answer. So when we're at there, we'll have that discussion. But you're right. I can't. If I'm not prepared to commit to you, why should you commit to me?
So there was a great highlight there of when I actually said I'm happy to entertain that conversation about locking in that pricing. What do I get in return? And in response, the prospect very graciously accepts that, if I'm not giving you commitment to working together now, then why should you give me commitment for locking in those pricing? And this is kind of where the trade-off really pays off. And actually, in the long run, if the prices do go up over a period of next year or the year after, then he will accept that will be a fact, because of he's not giving me commitment now. But if the trade-off is, yes, I can lock in that pricing for a specific period of time, but you have to give me commitment to working with me today or tomorrow, then that's where both sides are getting something from the negotiation.